Hello everyone. I'm very happy to present our paper here. Its title is Self-Supervised Learning of Smart Contract Representations. Smart contracts are general-purpose computer programs that run on Ethereum and have been widely used in many business domains to enable efficient and trustful transactions. Smart contracts are mainly written in high-level languages, such as Solidities, since a bug in a smart contract may lead to a substantial loss. Learning smart contracts representations can greatly facilitate the development of smart contracts in many tasks, such as bug detection and clone detection. However, learning smart contract representations faces many challenges. The main challenge for learning code representations is how to incorporate structural information in source code. Second, code reuse in smart contract is quite frequently, which make them highly homogeneous and redundant. Third, unlike general programming languages, there is often a scarce availability of large and labeled datasets for training deep smart contract representation models. To this end, we propose SRCL for learning smart contract representations. The pipeline involves three phases, namely constructing structural sequences, generating code variants, and representation learning, addressing the aforementioned three challenges respectively. The generated code vectors are then used to assist downstream tasks for smart contracts. Next, I will go through these three phases in detail. Given a smart contract, we first convert each smart contract into two sequences, namely type sequence and value sequence, by traversing its modified abstract syntax tree. The type sequence involves structural information while the value sequence retains semantic information. Such sequential representations of structural data can be easily processed by sequential learning models such as transformer. Then we propose three simple code variant generation operations, including type replacement, value replacement, and pair insertion. These operations increase both the amount and the diversity of smart contracts in our dataset, without explicitly collecting more data. Finally, the augmented samples are used to train a model based on self-supervised learning. The model mainly consists of four components, namely encoder, local discriminator, global discriminator, and decoder. First, the encoder takes as input the structural sequences of a smart contract and generates the local representation using transformer encoder. The local representation is then aggregated into a global representation using a convolutional neural network. Second, local and global discriminators are applied to the local and global representation respectively, so as to learn the local and global features of a smart contract. Third, the decoder takes as input the global representation and then to reconstruct the original value sequence. The trained encoder can be used to generate code vectors for smart contracts. In order to evaluate the performance of our SRCL, we conduct a series of experiments on three downstream tasks, named bug detection, clone detection, and code clustering. We compare our approach with three state-of-the-art methods on code representations learning, smart embed, code to vector, and code to sequence. In this experiment, we compare the performance of our SRCL and baselines. These three tables show that the results in bug detection, clone detection, and code clustering tasks, respectively. We can observe that SRCL achieves the best performance compared to baseline models in all three studied tasks. To further show the effectiveness of SRCL, we visualize the code vectors produced by all four methods. From the figure, we can observe that code vectors generated by SRCL has clear boundaries than those generated by other methods. This helps the k-means algorithms to cluster contracts. What's more, vectors of some classes, for example red, are close to each other, nearly clustered as a point. This confirms our initial finding that code reuse is a common phenomenon in smart contracts. In the experiment for research question 2, we performed an in-depth ablation study on SRCL. From results, we can find out that all the studied components and operations contributed to the effectiveness of SRCL. Among them, the global discriminator contributes the most in terms of F1 score. What's more, we conduct an experiment on various fractions of training data. We can observe that the generation of code variants is more effective on small training datasets. This is because small training datasets are more likely to overfit training data than larger datasets. That's all my talk. Thank you for your listening.